Hello everybody, my name is Felix67 and welcome to my 2023 NASCAR predictions. I'm going to be predicting basically people that I think will win, people that I think are going to have pretty bad years, predicting how some people might feel about certain races, all that jazz. Maybe we'll talk about the Xfinity Series a little bit. And let's just get to it. My first prediction is that Kyle Busch is going to have a comeback season. Okay, and if you've been living under a rock, in case you don't know, Kyle Busch, he used to be at Joe Gibbs Racing, but he ain't anymore. He lost his sponsor, and apparently Joe Gibbs, after trying to find one sponsor, apparently gave up. Because he just so desperately wanted to give his grandson a ride. Yeah, now he's with RCR, and he feels very rejuvenated. At RCR, they know what they're doing. Wayne Kyle Busch, he's looking for redemption to prove he's not washed up, so I think those are going to combine, and in the end, Kyle Busch is going to have a good season. And for another two, let's talk about his teammate. I think Austin Dillon will have his best season up to this point. 2022 was a mixed bag. On one hand, he had some runs where he legit looked like a race contender, like Auto Club Martinsville, and then his win at Daytona. But on the other hand, he had races where he looked like a driver in WickWare racing equipment. So his season was mixed, but overall I think he was really mid-pack for the most part of it. But in 2023, now that he has a grip on the next-gen car, now that he has Kyle Busch as his teammate, and we've seen before, a new veteran teammate can make or break everything. Like SHR, when they got Kevin Harvick, they were a lot better. They were the best they've ever been. Number 3, and this might be a long shot, Ty Gibbs will go winless. Ty Gibbs ran basically the entire second half of the season after Kurt Busch got his career-ending injury at Pocono. And outside of one top 10 at Michigan, he ran mid-pack. And he never really showed any signs of getting any better. If anything, actually, he got worse as the season went along. So, and plus, I have a feeling, I think some drivers are just not going to let him win. And so many of his wins in the Xfinity Series last year came after he either wrecked a guy, ran a team at the, hang on. I'm sorry, guys, I cannot speak. Most of his wins in the Xfinity Series came after he either A, dumped the guy, or B, did one of his own teammates dirty. And I guarantee you, the people in the Cup, drivers in the Cup Series, aren't going to have any of that. Like, it's a freaking miracle that no one basically gave that little shit what he deserves. Give him a taste of his own medicine. And Samuel punching him doesn't count because I'm pretty sure it was Ty Gibbs who started all that. Because he's a little bitch boy. But number 4, let's move to a bit of a summer note. I think sometime in the season, Denny Hamlin, Kevin Harvick, and Martin Truex Jr. will announce their retirement. And that's what I feel is gonna happen. This will be the final season for all three of these drivers. Two of them champions, and the other being Denny Hamlin. Like, and there's big reasons to that. Not only are they all pretty old now, Harvick is the oldest. Well, I think Harvick's still the oldest. He's like, I don't know how old Harvick is, but he's expressed that he might be retiring at the end of 2023. It's the same thing with Truex and Hamlin. Even though I feel like he probably, like, out of these three, I think Hamlin's probably the most likely to just make this invalid and instead run, like, sign a contract extension, because Hamlin and FedEx, their contracts are up at the end of the year, and there's a good chance FedEx either leaves the sport entirely or severely downgrades. So, but yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. We're going to, at the end of the season, 3 veterans will call it quits. Number 5, I think no drivers will be injured. Now, this is a lot more of a prayer than a prediction, but they've said that they've made changes to the car, make it more like crushable and more crushing zones so that the drivers are taking a lot less of the impact. If you don't understand what I just said, either Google it or watch my season review that I uploaded on Christmas a couple weeks back, so watch it. Number 6 is Ryan Blaney will win 5 races. Blaney probably should have won 5 races, now that I think about it. A lot of things went wrong for Blaney last year. He was very consistent, but for some reason he was just never able to put it together, because usually something went wrong. It was actually the same thing with Truex. Like, very consistent, but something always goes wrong. Had everything gone right for both Blaney and Truex, they probably have like at least 3 to 4 wins each. Sorry, I was yawning. The 7th prediction is that the Chicago Street Race is just going to be a demolition derby. Not literally, but it's going to be I have a feeling it's just going to be a giant-ass mess. To the point where it's probably going to be the worst race of the season. It all depends on what the Indy Road Course decides to do. Number 8 is that Texas will be reconfigured. Now, this is a rumor. It's not been confirmed yet, but I think this is going to happen. Texas has sucked big time lately. It's not been good racing. See? And it always all goes back to when they reconfigured it in 2017. So, yeah, I think the track will be reconfigured either before the fall race or after the fall race. It's going to fall in one of those two. Number 9 is that North Wilkesboro will be great. And at the old surface, Atlanta used to be pretty good. Back when it had the old service. I mean, it's still good in my opinion. But it was definitely better with the old surface, even if it did cause the track to break every now and then. So, and I think North Wilkesboro, with it being a short track, I think it's going to run pretty well. Number 10 is that AJ Allmendinger will win at least 2 races. AJ Allmendinger in his select starts last year was really consistent. Like he almost won Coda. He almost won Watkins Glen. Like, he was consistent. So, and he already won with colleague in 2021. Remember that? I almost said last year, but it's 2023 now, so can't use that anymore. Yeah, he's already won with Car League at the Indy Road Course. He might win there again. So yeah, I think AJ Allmendinger wins at least 2 races. The 11th prediction, well, my 11th prediction, is that Justin Haley will win at Talladega. Now, which Talladega race you can choose, I really don't know. But there's only 2 Talladega races, so I'm not sure which one he's going to win. He's going to win either the spring one or the fall one. So, and the reason why I picked Talladega over Daytona is the fact that he is strong at Talladega. So, God, I'm sorry, guys. I'm really tired. So, yeah. He's strong at Talladega. He's strong at the super speeds in general. But I feel like Talladega, they will be the one where he gets that win. And, yeah. Justin Haley wins Talladega. Number 12, Noah Gragson and Ryan Preece will win. Ryan Preece, this will be the first time he's been in a competitive car in the Cup Series. Last time he was in the Cup Series was with JTG Doherty. So he wasn't able to do much there. But then again, apparently AJ Allmendinger is the only guy who was ever able to do anything there. Busch never really did anything there. Neither has Stenhouse. So, unless you're AJ Allmendinger, apparently you're not going to do anything at JTG. And Noah Gragson, Petty GMS Racing was extremely competitive last year. Eric Jones won the Southern 500. Good. And if you're wondering, yes, I will be making playoff predictions, but there'll be another video. Way too early playoff predictions, just like what Eric Estep does. So yeah, Noah Gragson and Ryan Preece will win. Number 13 is that I think both Fox and NBC will re-sign in the new TV contract. Now, in case you don't know, the current TV contract expires at the end of 2024. And it's basically already been said by everyone that's currently in the sport that this TV contract needs to be signed sometime this year. And Fox has already said that they really need NASCAR because they provide them with viewership during the months where they usually don't, like the spring and early summer months. They don't really have much. So they've said they need NASCAR, and they've been with NASCAR since 2001. They've been there for over 20 years. So I think Fox will resign, and that's kind of the general consensus. And then as for NBC, see, a lot of people have been going back and forth between NBC and ESPN, but I'm not entirely sure if ESPN actually wants NASCAR back. Because they treated NASCAR like freaking shit towards the end of their previous contract back in 2014. And NBC, they've had, compared to Fox, they're the more serious broadcast. Not saying Fox isn't good, but they're not that serious. Plus, ESPN, yeah, and I'm not really sure if they've ever really stated if they want NASCAR back. Someone let me know in the comments if I'm wrong about that. But, because I haven't really been I don't follow ESPN that much. Mainly because outside NASCAR, I don't give a shit about sports. My 14th prediction is that Kyle Larson will have a better season than he did last year. Last season, don't worry, it wasn't bad. It was nothing to be disappointed about. 3 wins, and I don't remember how many top 10s he got, but he was very consistent, but at the same time, he had a lot of mechanical problems. I remember he had 3 4 DNFs caused by engine failure, some shit like that. Like, we also had a lot of self-inflicted problems, like what happened to him at Charlotte in the Charlotte Roval race. So he smacked the wall. He's had a few pit road mistakes last year. And overall, he honestly kind of had a slower time adapting to the new car, right, than Elliott did. He was still one of the best drivers out there. And had he made the round of 8, he would have made it to round championship 4 thanks to him winning Homestead. But overall, his season was very regressive, but let's be real, no one expected him to follow up a 10-win championship season in 2021. So, but the main thing Kyle Larson wants is for the Chase Elliott fans to fucking shut their mouth. Anyway, we'll do one more. 15th and final prediction is that Eric Jones will be the dark horse for the championship. Eric Jones had a very solid 2022. And had he had more consistent runs, I think chances are had he had more consistent runs and did not have been as many wins as they were, there's a possibility Eric Jones could have made the playoffs. And I think this year, with the additional help of Jimmy Johnson, I think Eric Jones will be a dark horse for the title. And overall, I think Petty GMS is going to become a very solid team. Even one of the top Chevrolet teams. Because again, now they have Eric Jones. They have Noah Gregson. They have Jimmy Johnson, who's now a part owner and now going to be running part-time. So yeah, I think it's very possible that Eric Jones will be a dark horse. For not just for the playoffs, but for the championship, potentially. Anyway, so that's all my predictions. I will do a way too early playoff prediction video in later this week. Plague Inc. Part 2. That video will be coming out tomorrow. Anyway, and thank you guys for watching. See ya.